Alright, so the ingredients you're going to need for this recipe is 1 cup of dairy-free milk. I chose to use Ripple, especially for cooking and like coffees and stuff. It has a thicker texture, and for this recipe it works out because it usually calls for half and half. But I found it at Target if you would like to go ahead and pick up some for yourself. And then you'll also need 5 to 6 cups of chicken stock. I chose to use bouillon that I have in the fridge. I just always keep it on hand. 1 large onion chopped roughly. Doesn't really have to be precise. I mean, it's going to get cooked down in the soup. And then also I have 2 to 3 tablespoons of garlic. I just use minced garlic from the fridge again. Less is more. I don't like doing extra work. For seasonings, I just have seasoned salt, pepper, and then oregano. You're going to need 3 large potatoes, just cut up however you like. You can also cut them into circles. Yeah, so. And then 1 bag of kale. Also, for the meat, I went ahead, since it's no pork, I used some Italian seasoned ground turkey. I found that at Walmart. I actually ended up using 2 pounds of it, so I just had 2 containers. But yeah, I usually get mine at Walmart. Also, just a heads up, there is a feature in this video and it's not Sarah Mickey Mouse Club, so mind your business. Anyways, I'm using my Instant Pot that I got from Walmart. I got it on sale for $79. It is a 6-quart duo. So it's pretty awesome. I love. But I did go ahead and start with it on saute mode, and I turned it up to more. You can do less, normal, more. I always saute on more because it's faster. So I started going in with some olive oil, and then I go ahead and toss in that large onion that I had chopped up, and I just saute that until it's pretty transparent or cooked, down. So yeah, I'm just gonna scoot that around the pan. Still scooting it around the pan. So yeah, so you're gonna want to cook it until it's like that, like yellow, transparent. Looks good. And then I'm gonna go ahead and toss in 2 pounds. So it's gonna be 2 of those ground turkeys that I got from Walmart, and I go ahead and toss that into the Instant Pot, as well as my garlic. I usually like to add the garlic in with the meat only because garlic burns really easily. So I usually add that at the end of my sauteing, but since I'm adding meat, I go ahead and toss it in with the meat. Also, what I did not get on this recording is me adding my seasonings in. I season a little bit, guys, just a little bit, because the chicken stock, if you're using bouillon, it does have salt in it. My God. I've made that mistake multiple times when using bouillon, because you just don't realize how much sodium's in it, and once things cook down for a long time, it tends to intensify. So you want to lightly season it. So I went in with the seasoned salt, oregano, and pepper, just to add into it. And then also take into account that if you do get the ground turkey that's Italian seasoned, or if you just use pork, I guess there's seasoning in that to make it Italian. Just be mindful is all I'm saying. Alright, so after the meat's all cooked, I poured in the 6 cups of chicken stock and stirred everything up. And then you're going to want to go ahead and push the cancel mode, or cancel button, excuse me. And then if you have the Luxe version, you're going to hit manual. And if you have the Duo, you're going to hit pressure cook and adjust your time. For this particular recipe, I put it on 15 minutes. It worked perfect for me, but you can play around to it or with it for however long you want. But after 15 minutes, the potatoes were soft. Everything was hot. I mean, what more do you want? So then, of course, you're going to go ahead and lock your lid into place and make sure that it is not on venting, because if it's on venting, it's not going to build pressure, and then, what are you doing? So after it was all cooked, after the 15 minutes, I let it do a natural release for a total of 15 minutes. And then I went ahead and did a quick release for the remainder time. So make sure you put a towel over I don't know the technical terms for this. Just put a towel over it before you release pressure, because that is hot. Okay, you see all that steam coming up? It's hot, and it shoots out of that venting. I'll get back to you on the proper term, venting thing. And then also everything that's shooting out of, be mindful that that was all in that pot. And if, like us, we're making soup, that's going to be all over your cabinets. Do yourself a favor and put a towel over the top before you do a quick release on your Instant Pot. Okay. So after it was done releasing all of its pressure, I went ahead and opened the tab. Insert cute little doo-doo-doo that it makes when you open your lid on your Instant Pot. And look how amazing it looks. Like, those potatoes are soft, and I love cooked potatoes. But so I just go ahead and stir it all up. And then you can go ahead and set it to saute or not, because it's already on keep warm right now. After you get done cooking, it will switch over to keep warm. But you see how soft those potatoes are? Girl. I had to get a little taste in. So as you can see, I'm boiling hell down there. It's super hot. Then I'm going to go ahead and start adding in the kale. You do this at the end. You really don't need it cooked through. You really don't want it cooked through like that. Like, the crunch in the kale is like kind of the best part. I don't know. So I used some organic green kale that I got from Walmart. I ended up actually not using the entire bag because I simply could not fit it in there. And I think the more I ate the soup over the week, I would just slowly add some on top. If you don't know, kale is like crazy good for you. It has like the highest amount of vitamin K that you can get. So load it up. I ended up using maybe 3/4 of the bag, I think. But you just slowly keep adding it in, and as it wilts down, you can go ahead and add more. And then again for the dairy, I use Ripple that I got from Target. And then I just poured in a cup of that into the Instant Pot, slow and steady for the effects. And right here, I'm trying to show you the consistency of it, which was a fail. But just, it's really thick. Like, if you ever try Ripple, it's a lot thicker than Silk or almond milk, which kind of threw me off in the beginning, not gonna lie. But I actually love it in my coffee and then for cooking as well. But you go ahead and stir that in, and then I ended up adding a teensy bit more because it didn't look like opaque enough to me. Like, it looked like it needed like a little more love. So I just add a little more drizzle and stirred it on in there. And here's the finished product. So you should go ahead, tell them you should go ahead and make this for all your family and friends. And then once you're done with that, like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, so we might have motivation to put out more content. So thanks so much for tuning in.